In this video we'll show you how to install the SR45X cage and link to your SRAM Rival Access or Apex Access road derailleur. Your derailleur should be 33 tooth or 36 tooth capacity for use with the SR45X link. If you already have an Explore derailleur, you don't need to install the link. To install the SR45X cage, you'll need the following tools: a 5mm hex, a 3mm hex, a 2.5mm hex, a 2mm hex, a flathead screwdriver for the link, and some grease. First, use the access button to shift the derailleur. Double click it until the derailleur is approximately midway through its travel. Use the 2.5mm hex to remove the upper jockey bolt and the jockey wheel. Next, remove the lower jockey wheel with the 3mm hex. To remove the outer plate of the cage, you first need to remove the end stop screw with a 2mm hex. Hold the cage in position with your left hand so that you can reach the screw. Remove the screw and carefully allow the cage to unwind. Now use the ratio tool with a 5mm hex to unscrew the cage nut. Lift the SRAM outer plate off the clutch. Before installing the new cage, clean and grease the derailleur. Remove the spring and wipe off any dirt. Do the same for the inside of the P-knuckle. Then re-grease the spring housing in the P-knuckle. Use a 3mm hex to remove the cage end stop screw. Then use the same hex to remove the upper jockey wheel so that you can access the cage nut. Now you're ready to install your new cage. First, slot the D of the cage onto the D of the clutch and rotate it clockwise until it hits a stop. Reinstall the spring. Align the leg of the spring with the hole in the spring housing and slide the spring into place. Rotate it to check that the leg is seated properly. There should be some resistance when you try and turn the spring. Now locate the spring hole marked Apex, Rival and the leg of the spring. Slide the cage onto the clutch, making sure to fit the spring into this hole. The D of the cage should slot onto the D of the clutch. Fit the cage nut and screw it down. Use the ratio tool to tighten it to 6 Nm. Viewing the derailleur from the front, rotate the cage anti-clockwise 1 turn to tighten the spring. Hold the cage in place with your left hand and fit the end stop screw using the 3mm hex. Tighten it to 1 Nm. Reinstall the upper jockey wheel. It is marked with a U and a direction arrow. The markings should be on the outside of the cage. Replace the jockey bolt and tighten it to 4 Nm. If you're using the SR45X cage as a replacement for your Explore derailleur, your installation is now complete. In this section, we'll show you how to install the SR45X link on your SRAM Access 2x derailleur. Your derailleur can be from any of SRAM's road groups, but it should be 33 tooth or 36 tooth capacity for use with the SR45X link. First, use the flat-headed screwdriver to remove the spiral retaining ring on the B-plate. Lift the end of the ring, then work around it until it pops free. Now remove the B-plate. Leave the wavy washer in place on the B-bolt. Grease the threads of the B-bolt, then use the 5mm hex to screw it into the threaded hole on the link. The bolt should enter from the recessed side of the link as shown. Tighten the bolt to 6 Nm. Now grease the hanger bolt and you're ready to fit the upgraded derailleur to your bike. Remember, if you want to remove the extender link from the derailleur, you must do so while the link is bolted to the hanger. If you try to remove the link from the derailleur when it's not installed on the frame, you could scratch the derailleur.